Alright, so for today's review, we are going to be taking a look at the NZG Volvo Ec460CL in 150th scale. This model is no longer produced by NZG. A few retailers stock it still. I bought the last one from where I got it from. So without further ado, let's get straight into the review. So starting off with the cab. You do have a nice handrail right here. It is metal. You do have a nice mirror as well. I believe it's all part of one casting. You do have a nice Volvo decal right here on the cab. A nice simulated latch right here. Front of the cab, you do have a windshield wiper. And then you do have some nice cab details in there as well. You have some simulated lights right here and here. You do have a warning beacon right here. And one thing to note about the warning beacon is you do get a spare warning beacon in the packaging, as well as you get a few extra track links as well. Coming to the side, you have some nice, I believe these are decals. I'm not 100% sure. Either decals or they're very fine in the casting, but it's to simulate some vent work. You do have some nice metal handrails right here, a nice air cleaner. You do have some nice crisp decals right here. It says Ec460CL. Coming to the rear of the machine, you can see you have a nice mirror to see what's behind you. Your engine cover right here. It does have a latch on it, so the engine does open. You have a nice exhaust, a nice counterweight, and you do also have a counterweight removal system modeled in there as well. It's kind of hard to see with all the gray, but it is modeled in there. It's non-functioning, which is typical for a 150th scale model. There's the rear of the counterweight, nice Volvo decal, and then your reflective surfaces. You do have a nice metal handrail right here. You do have a nice working light as well right there. You have some nice filler caps right here. You do have a nice metal handrail as well with some nice mirrors. You do have a nice Volvo decal right here. The one thing that's wrong with my model is it looks like there's like a little glue stain or something right here from when they were assembling it. But that's really about it. Like I said, the engine compartment does open. It does have a nice Volvo engine in there as well. Nice details. Modeled with that, and the engine, the cover it's a fairly smooth opening and closing latch. You do have your swing motor modeled in there as well. To the back of the boom, you do have a bunch of rubber hydraulic lines, which is nice. Then you do have a nice Volvo decal on the boom, a nice warning, little striped decal on the stick. Then your undercarriage. These most NZG models feature the hook and loop tracks. So when you get the model, it does come with a rubber band on the tracks. I took mine off after I took a bunch of pictures. But the tracks do roll fairly nicely. You just gotta be careful. You don't want to pop them off, because then you're gonna have to reassemble all the little hook and loops, which can be a pain. But you do have some nice undercarriage detail as well. Track pads are nice and wide, which I kind of like on the machine. They're not too wide, but they're just wide enough to look the part. You do have some nice simulated rollers. I'm not sure if this is a working roller or not. You do have some nice details here on your sprocket as well. And then we'll zoom out here, get some of the functionality of the model. So this is how far your stick will come in. Your bucket will curl in that far, and then it will go out that far. Your stick and boom go that high. As you can see right there, they go that high. And then the dig depth is fairly good as well. The cylinders don't go in all the way, but you get a very good dig depth for the model. So bringing it back down, and then it does swing 360 as well. It's a nice smooth swing as well. It sticks in a few spots, but not very. Doesn't stick that often. But it does have a nice smooth turn radius. But overall, it's a nice model. I'd highly recommend picking one up if you get the chance. They made two versions. Well, they made multiple versions in different colors, but the two that they did produce in standard Volvo colors are the Ec460C, which I have right here. And then they made Ec460CLD. That's the demolition version. Has cab guard, cylinder guards, and has a processing shear on it. And they did make a couple company liveries in these machines as well. Either one, I'd recommend picking up. It's a nice model. It's a nice Volvo model. Not too many Volvo models out there with this great detail and functionality. I know Motor Art makes them, but I feel like this is a lot better than Motor Art model. So that's just about it for this review. So thank you for watching. Links to social media will be in the description, and stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.